I'm Taylor Tufte.
And today we are interviewing people on listening and communication in relationships.
We have asked people in different types of relationships on why listening and communication is important.
Active listening can be defined as a method of responding to another that encourages communication.
And communication is connecting with someone to share ideas. Here is Taylor, Ashlyn, and Hannah.
Hello, guys. I'd like you guys to state your name, your relationship status, and how long you've been in that relationship.
I'm Ashlyn Hagen. I've been in a relationship for 14 and a half months, and it is currently long distance. We dated in high school.
Yep.
Okay.
My name is Taylor Fredericks. I'm currently in a long-distance relationship with a boy named Colonel, and we've been dating for 7 months, but we've had a thing since May of last year.
I'm Hannah Rich, and I'm also in a long-distance relationship, and me and my boyfriend have been on and off for about 2 years, but for the last 6 months, we've had a great relationship.
Today we're going to ask you some questions about communication.
Okay, Ashlyn. What is the most important factor in communicating in a relationship?
I would say the most important factor would be trust and being honest and letting them know how you feel when you have a problem or an issue, or even if you're happy with them, I guess.
Yeah, you should be able to say how you feel, otherwise it's not really a strong relationship. Yeah, you have to be very open and just express how you feel, otherwise there's really no point in being in the relationship if you can't.
And communication,
yourself.
yeah, is a strong point because we're all in long distance, so that's all we
Right.
kind of have.
That's your
Foundation.
Yeah, that's the way of seeing them. It replaces it. So.
Taylor, why is communication important in a relationship?
I think communication is a huge part of a relationship because it's what makes you guys grow and shows that you guys are compatible, and it's really necessary in a long distance relationship considering that you don't have any physical contact. It's all text messaging or whatever. It's all, I don't know, the text he sends you is all you get from him. So you really need good communication in order for your relationship to be successful.
And then it makes it 10 times better when you finally see them in person.
Right.
It's
I don't know, I feel like...
bam, that sparks back. And
Right. I feel like you need consistency and you need to...
And Skype.
Yeah.
And phone.
All that kind of stuff. You just need communication, otherwise I don't really know
and
where your
I've seen
relationship would
relationships
go.
where it's no communication, and then it you compare it to yours and you're so glad that it's not like that.
Yeah.
And that you're open, we can be open with our boyfriends. And
Right. Yeah,
stuff
and it's
like
really
that.
all you have. Communication is key.
Yeah.
I don't really know what a relationship would be without poor communication.
Yeah.
Playing off of that, Hannah, how do you feel that you communicate?
I communicate with my boyfriend through texting most of the time. We don't really talk on the phone at night if we can, or sometime during the week. And if we're not going to see each other for a while, we Skype sometimes. But, when I wake up to that good morning text, then that's really good communication. I feel like he's there for me, and then just seeing him on Skype's awesome too. And then every so often we get to see each other, we visit each other. That's good.
Yeah, I feel like if I don't wake up with a text in the morning, it's the worst feeling in the world, but I feel like that's just because we're in long distance. It's just knowing that they're still there, just kind of a thing.
And it's the little things that make you
Right.
happy when they send you a letter or you send packages or
Yeah,
something.
you just have to be creative with your communication in long distance because you need to keep it going. You don't get to see each other, so you need to think of fun ways in order for it to be fun. We made packages together for our boyfriends for Valentine's Day, and yeah, you just have to do things for the other person in order to make it last.
Please say your name and your relationship status.
I'm David Rogers.
I'm Carrie Schindler, and we've been dating for about 3 months. We met here on Larch Cunningham, first floor.
Why is listening important?
Listening is important because it is the key to communication. If you don't listen, then nothing will be resolved.
It's pretty much the basis of a relationship.
It makes it strong. And when you communicate together, you need to listen. Takes two to tango.
Have you had problems in your relationship when it comes to listening to one another?
Yeah, we have a couple times so far. Maybe 3.
Yeah, and then when it happens, we just let each other know that we're upset, and then it slowly comes around.
Please say your name and relationship status.
I'm Manira. I'm in a relationship with a guy
For how long?
for 9-ish months.
Okay.
I'm Lindsay, and I'm single, and my last relationship was 6 months ago.
Why is communication and listening important?
Well, communication is important because many things are misunderstood in a relationship, and if you don't listen to each other, then you won't know how you guys are feeling.
And it helps the relationship run smoothly, and it's so that if there are any conflicts, you feel comfortable enough to, be able to bring it up and talk about it.
Communication is key in a relationship.
To resolving problems and just going on with a normal relationship.
Yes, yes.
Did your parents have good communication? Did you learn anything from their communication?
Well, personally, my dad was in the Navy for 24 years, and so my mom would have to go sometimes 3 months without seeing him, and so there had to be good communication for them to, have the relationship that they do now. And so, I don't know, I've taken a lot from that and knowing how important it is and, keeping each other involved in your lives even when you are, across seas for 2-3 months at a time.
My parents have decent communication. Well, obviously they live in the same house, but they give each other enough space. But they communicate on a daily basis pretty well, so yeah.
After interviewing people on the different types of relationships, we have concluded that listening is the #1 factor in communication.
It starts off when you first enter a relationship because you need it to grow and prove that both people in the relationship are compatible. As you get older, you rely more on communication because children are brought into the mix, and it's important to provide them with good listening and communication skills.
Remember that you listen about 50% of the time, so make sure you are listening and communicating effectively. Tune in next week to learn about the different personality types.